at QANX because Royale is here, Shamu is here. It says concurrent view is 0, but this YouTube always lies to me. I have no idea who's viewing, actually. I know that Abu Bakr was here and Shmoo and is here and Royale is here and Chili was here a minute ago. So I'm hoping that you guys are still here. Haven't left me. Royale is saying QANX not increasing. Are you kidding me? It looks like it's increasing to me. How is that not increasing? So if everyone knows or doesn't know, I do a weekly Friday update on QANX. The last time I did it, just go to my YouTube channel. I actually need to put QANX in its own section. I know I need to do that. I haven't done that yet. I will. Crypto, candlesticks and coffee, charting for the fun of it. My last update was QANX. Look at these QANX, lots of QANX updates. And effectively, ooh, what's this bullshit advert? Let's get rid of that. Brain FM, what a load of shit. Look at this. I was just saying, let's go to my entering key support area on the chart, testing point of control and trend line. See that? 3-month candle analysis. I kind of went through QANX and just said, this is a good place, huh? Pretty good place. Potential bottom. This is kind of where I was looking for it to find support. I was looking at this monthly candle. I was going, hopefully we close higher. Let's have a look at the monthly candle as well. For an SR flip, I have to look at that SR flip. Remember that SR flip? I was talking about that SR flip. Then I was talking about some fundamentals. I was saying this is a really bullish candle, this 3-monthly candle. I'll explain why again. Because there's a logic. It's logical, you know. It's not. You have to be logical. The charts and charting is logic. It's not emotions. It's logic. And so I guess that's why guys do so well at trading, because we're not emotional. We're logical humans. And this is the monthly candle. Why is that a good monthly candle? Because look at all that selling and the price failed to close lower effectively. And it was a swing failure of the previous month low. You have a swing failure of the previous month low. It was unable to close lower with all of the selling. Red candles means bears are in control. Green candles means bulls are in control. When the bears are in control, what do they want to do logically? If you're a bear and you're selling, what do you want? You want the price to close lower than the previous month. The previous month low. You always want the price to close lower, lower, lower. If you're a bear and you're selling, you want the price to close lower because that means the price wants to continue going lower. And if you're a bull, you want the opposite. You want the bears to be in control and yet you want the price to not close lower. That means the bears are in control, but they're failing to push the price lower. Yeah, so it's kind of reverse. It's a psychology thing. When you're looking at the 3-month candle, look at this. This is really interesting. You've got a really bearish 3-month candle there, right? You have another bearish 3-month candle. That means the bears are in control. But this bearish 3-month candle, I told you it was bullish. Why? Because it took the liquidity from the lows. It was a really strong buying tail. The bears are clearly in control, but they've only managed to push the price down from the open to the close by 6 or 7%. That's it. After 3 months, with almost the same volume as the previous candle, the bears have failed to push the price down significantly. So the bears are in control, but they're failing. And then the next 3-month candle, it looks bearish, doesn't it? So the price goes up, it gets sold into. It looks like the bears are fully in control, and yet again the bears are failing. They're struggling. They've managed to only pull the price down another 6%. You're getting more volume, and yet the bears are only struggling to push the price down 6%. It's really poor, huh? It's weak. It's weak bearish price action. It's actually the bears failing. That's what it means. They're not only failing to push the price down with all of this volume, they're failing to bring the price underneath the point of control. They're failing to break this trend line. The bears are actually losing the battle. That's what these candles are telling us. And so naturally, I was actually really bullish on that 3-month candle. I was looking at it, I was going, wow, that's really bullish. And already from the 3-month candle close, we're already up 10%. 10%. The monthly candle looks bearish, but actually it's bullish because it's the same idea. Bears are in control, but the bears are pretty much useless. This weekly candle looks bearish. It actually is quite bearish, but because of the context of the higher time frame candles, hold a second. So, I mean, look, let's see what happens this week, because that is actually in the context of the monthly candles. The monthly candles and 3-monthly candles are dominating these weekly candles. But remember I said this SR flip, and look how relevant that SR flip was. And here you can see we're putting in higher lows. See that? So that's actually quite bullish, isn't it? And so the other thing that's happened here is that we're failing to go lower. The point of control, this trend line is being front run. We're putting in higher lows. This is really bullish. We're putting in a lot of volume. We're getting some real nice buying here. Maybe this is it. Maybe the low is in. We do have some liquidity levels to contend with. And so I haven't drawn them recently, but if you look at my Bitcoin analysis, you know how I do it. I've got liquidity levels which have to be contended with. Again, every week I promise I'm going to clean my charts. I never do. So naturally I can't find anything. But let me just kind of mark them out now, because these are all old levels. I'll start with the monthly levels. Let's just let's get rid of all this shit. I'll update the volume as well now while I'm at it. Get rid of that SR flip. That's all good. Get rid of that. That monthly is relevant. I don't know about those. This is the monthly time frame. So these are really important levels. That's your monthly level. These are untapped levels. I'm just marking the untapped ones. There's one up there. Perfect. And then depending on if this monthly is green or not, there'll be one at the low. I don't know yet. Then you've got your weekly levels. Will it go parabolic after mainnet and big CX listings? Probably. But not financial advice. It's like Heineken, huh? Probably, but not the best. Not necessarily. Not. Is it the best beer in the world? Probably. I don't know. Who knows? No one really knows. We need more volume, huh? That's really, like, I keep on saying we need more volume. And until we get it, I'm not confident about higher prices until we see the volume come in. Let me just mark these levels out. Crazy about that. Probably up there. All right, just kind of whatever. I'm not going into much crazy depth, to be honest with you, because it is still quite a liquid. You've got your levels there. Let me just update the volume. What's that crazy PA? Oh my God. Oh yeah, remember what I said? Do we find support here? Yeah, it looks like we're finding support here first. I always said, you don't look for lower if you haven't lost support. All right, let's get rid of that brush stroke. What's that? Remember that? Remember this long? Yeah, crazy, huh? Amazing. What's that one? Remember that? Remember that pivot? Amazing, yeah, amazing. All right. All right, let's have a look. So some things I get right, some things I don't. We saw that price discovery channel to contend with at 4.3 cents. So I'll keep that. I'll get rid of this analysis now. That ABCD was really amazing when you combine it with that this one here. See that? How amazing was that? And then we had that cipher as well, which was pretty good. But then that's over now. We can get rid of that. Get rid of these trend bait. I'll leave them for now. I have to look at them. What else am I looking for? I mean, potentially we're still in the next wave because it hasn't actually taken that pivot low. So we do want to see big volume coming in here. All right, let's go back to the volume levels. No changes, huh? So there's literally no changes here. All right. And let's just get that price discovery channel in as well. They're quite important. So what do I think? I think as always, I want to see volume. And again, I'm not seeing it. So at the moment, the price is fluctuating with the wider crypto market. Bitcoin's going up. QANX is going up. Bitcoin goes down. QANX goes down. This whole thing is being very corrective, hasn't it? This whole price action, if you look at the slightly higher time frame, it's kind of just corrective, isn't it? After you have this kind of first impulse, we're in a bit of a correction. Could this be the next move, the next impulse? It could be, but I just want to see volume. I want to see volume, and I want to see levels flipped from resistance to support. We have a very important level here. This is monthly level. You can see it, can't you? I've marked it off here. So we have a really important level, and we have a higher level here, which is that weekly level. These are really two important levels that have to be flipped into support from resistance to, so you have to assume they're resistance until they become support. And that's just how I would kind of deal with this for the time being. This is the local volume, and so naturally you can see the point of control of this local volume from this pivot low here. You can see where it is. That's up there. And then if we were to draw fib, that's the golden pocket as well, just slightly underneath the golden pocket. We have quite an important resistance zone here, don't we? And that needs to be flipped into support. So while it's not flipped into support, that's going to be your big resistance. And what we really need to do is flip the point of control and because it's so close to the value area high, what we really need to do is we need to kind of flip that whole area into support for continuation, right? If we get that, we're flipping this value area into support. We're flipping the point of control into support. We're flipping the post-sac value area high into support. That's going to be real. It's going to require real strength to do that. And if we get that kind of price action, we have a chance to put in a higher high, take out that pivot. If we take out that pivot, this whole thing becomes a V-shaped recovery. See that? And once you get a V-shaped recovery, then we're laughing because it means we're putting in higher highs, higher lows, which is bullish. And so we have a lot to contend with here, roughly around the 3.5, 3.6 level area. And we just have to see how the price behaves. Until then, the first sign that we're actually making progress here will be this first monthly level. Do we flip that into support? And we'll kind of, if we see that flip, then we're probably going up. If we don't, we get a little rejection, then we're just kind of still looking to head down, maybe go for the lows again. Yeah. And that's just a little pump fake out. But at the moment, it's looking quite nice. It's possible we reject, but it's also possible we just kind of, third time lucky, we just kind of go through and then head for the higher prices. And so really that's the area to contend with and to see what happens next. And that's basically it. I think that's QANX. We have to take out that pivot. Once we take out that pivot, then this whole thing starts to look really nice for continuation to the upside. So let me just mark that out. Area to flip to support for continuation. We need to see volume, and volume is really important. If I don't see the volume, I'm not convinced. And it's going to require a little bit of volume to get through this area. Right now, this area is pretty illiquid, and that's why the price is moving up. But once we get up there, if we can get volume, if we can get some nice announcements from the dev team, etc. Let's have a look. Oh, 2 hours ago. They like to post stuff on Friday. Signal advances post quantum security with triple ratchet upgrade. Signal just released its triple ratchet upgrade. So Signal is upgrading their stuff to quantum resistant technology. What was the last one? This is October the 2nd. NVIDIA just leveled up quantum computing. NVIDIA is boosting quantum computing by tackling major challenges like error correction, simulation, and circuit. Why is this important? Quantum error correction is now 2x as fast and more accurate with GPU accelerated decoders like AutoDeck. Using AI, decoding becomes 50 times faster. So they're posting stuff, and quantum is really big. Here, look, book a meeting with Quantum. They went to Singapore. They went to Korea. They're really active, huh? So I think we're good, huh? I think they're getting more active. The quantum tech is becoming more and more mainstream. We're putting in higher lows. We're front running key levels. Yeah. We're not going down. We're holding higher lows. I think people are starting to buy. And they're not selling. They're kind of just looking to buy the dips. I said with QANX, just buy the dips, right? And so we had a couple of opportunities. People had couple of opportunities to buy at the right place, didn't they? Look at that. I've had this trade plan up since I posted it 8th of September, almost a month. I've had this trade plan up for everyone. When the price was here, I was telling people this is a good place to buy, didn't I? So I think a lot of people have had plenty of opportunity to buy at the right place, and hopefully a bunch of you did do that. So that's QANX. I'm kind of looking to see what happens here. If we can get a nice flip from resistance into support, then we can really pump. I think if we can take out the high, that's a V-shaped recovery. And maybe then we can go for the value area high up here at 6 cents. And if we can do that, maybe we can, that's how it works. If we can flip one level, maybe we can go to the next level. We can flip the next level, maybe we can go to the next level. Flip the next level, maybe we can go to the next level, and then we just go level to level. And if we can get a really nice, if we get the mainnet released, and I think for me, what I'm thinking, and that I'm looking at the price action, I'm looking at the charts, I'm seeing that we're putting in higher lows. I'm wondering if we can get to, so where is the outside trend line again? Is it that one? There it is. So I'm wondering if we can get the price somewhere here, and then the mainnet launches. And if that happens, that will be a really nice sell the news event all the way up into my target of 20 cents. And so that's kind of what I would love to see. I would love to see the price kind of going up into resistance for a little mainnet pump. into 20 cents. And I'm still targeting 20 cents. I know you can hold for higher. I'm not selling all my QANX at 20 cents. I'll be looking to take profit. And that's the mentality, isn't it? Take profit. If everyone was to take profit at 20 cents, which would be a new all-time high, even if it's just like 10%, like you don't have to be greedy and take a little bit of profit, then the next big dip, if everyone was to buy back in, then we'll have another fucking crazy push to the upside. And that's really what we want, isn't it? We want everyone to take profit into a big higher time frame target, like 20 cents. And then if it continues going, you've only taken profit. It's not a big deal. Well done. That's like your payday for holding for 4 years, right? You take profit. Why would you not take profit for holding for 4 years? You take your fucking profit. That's your payday. You go and buy yourself a holiday or a car or something. You have to do that. If you don't do that, then you're too greedy. Yeah, and you're not rewarding yourself for all the patience of accumulating and holding. You have to take profit. But I'm not saying sell all. I'm saying take profit. Go and pat yourself on the back. But imagine if it hits 20 cents and we get a big pullback, then when we find support, guess what you can do with your profit? You can buy more, accumulate more, and then you get the fucking crazy pump because all of a sudden everyone's doing the same thing. They're taking profit at the same place and then they're buying back in the same place, and then we have QANX going up to a 75, 80 cents, which is my next target. Okay, so food for thought, not financial advice. It's just food for thought. All right, that's QANX. I think if people are interested, then the place to go is Telegram. The channel that I'm following is this one, this new platform, QANX Trading Unofficial channel. That's the one I kind of post my streams to, and that's where you get more kind of price action chat and all kinds of chat. Obviously, you can go to the Quan platform official, but they're just going to get the official conversations. That's kind of, this is the more unofficial price information, and that's where you get a lot of the kind of discrete information and targets, and people have got really bullish targets. I'm just kind of focusing on the technicals, but I have no doubt that once the mainnet launches, we're going to get really strong price action, increasing volume, higher prices. And if we're lucky, China will hack Bitcoin. And if that was to happen, if they were to hack, imagine if China hacked the Satoshi wallet just for shits and giggles next month or whenever with a quantum chip, then we'll probably be looking at $100 QANX. We'll all be rich. Then everyone can tip me. Then I'll be expecting tips. All right. So that's QANX. I hope that helps. It's always fun streaming QANX. Let's see if we can get a nice breakout.